So it's February now, and we are already half through the winter. And usually January and February are the coldest months of the year. But according to me, it's also one of the most beautiful months of the year. So far, we have had a really beautiful winter. It's been very cold and frosty. And we have got lots of snow, especially the last 2 weeks. For a while I thought it would never stop snowing. It's really cold outside, and I've been out for a couple of hours now in the forest, so now I have these lips freeze again where it's hard to talk. But I guess sometimes I don't need to talk. Let's just these sceneries talk for itself. Every winter I always think about how much easier everything is in the summer. But it's not until it's winter that I really realize that. No matter what you do in the winter, it always takes so much more time than it would do in the summer. Right now it's almost hard to imagine that in the summer we don't even need to spend 1 second of struggle to keep warm in the different houses and spaces that we have. And it feels like a dream to think about that in the summer you can actually walk and move freely everywhere without having to feel like you just did the toughest exercise of the year. So yeah, winter is definitely more time consuming and you have to struggle more to get what you want. But every day I try to remind myself that right now we are in a magical time, in the heart of winter. And in the summer, I will look back at this time and think about how beautiful the winter was, and how lucky I am that I got to experience it. 'Cause no matter what, it always comes down to what you choose to see. So, what have we been up to the last 2 weeks since my last vlog? As usual, we have spent most of our times working, so there hasn't really been happening anything exciting and new lately. I'm so weird, I'm sorry. So it's just been the daily life mixed with a lot of work. As I've told you earlier, we have a lot of changes going on and a lot of ideas for the future, so we have really prioritized the work with our business the last half year, as you've noticed. When I have had some time over, I have been in the smithy with Johan. And I've actually started working on some new designs for our new jewelry collection that we hope to be able to release in the spring or the early summer of this year.
Det här var ju lite av den första, så såg den ut. Jag tänker att blir den för rund nu?
Nej, det tror jag inte.
Nej, det borde inte gått att göra.
Det får du ju se. Alltså, det beror ju på om du inte har någon annan.
Nej, men det är, när den är mycket större så blir det ju större rundning också.
Du skulle ju kunna bara... Du skulle ju kunna ha... Jag menar alltså.
Bara här lite grann.
Ja.
And finally I have moved out my computer to my little studio again. For about 2 months now I've been having my office at the kitchen table because it's been too cold to be out in the studio. But now as it got a little bit warmer outside I thought I would give it another chance. I really miss having my own desk and having my studio back. Finally, I'm back in my studio and it feels so good. All the things that I love. And to make it a little bit warmer here when it's too cold outside, I brought a little heater, a fan that I actually have for my car, but it seems to work really good. It makes a lot of noise, but I can have it on now and then and make it warmer when I need it. So right now, at this moment, as I record this, I'm in my cozy studio again. Sweet friends, so I'm here at my painting studio again, and it was a long time ago now, or at least a few weeks. It's been not so much time over for painting, so I'm really happy to be back here again. Though it's a bit chilly in this old house. I thought that the 4 radiators or heaters that we have on maximum warmth would be enough, but I guess it's not more than maybe 10 or 15 degrees in here, and I don't know, I've always liked to not have too much clothes on me when I paint. I even love to be barefoot when I paint, but I mean, this is not enough to wear, even though I have layers of clothes. I'm still getting too cold, like on my fingers and everything, so I gotta figure out a solution to, yeah, I guess I would just have to have much more clothes on as I paint. But yeah, it's the normal struggle with winter to figure out how to keep warm. But at least I'm here now, and I'm continuing on my ice paintings. You know, I told you in, I guess, November or December that I've started a new series of paintings, and I wanted to be inspired by the ice, the sounds of the ice. It's a lot of ice nowadays. I'm really into that subject, because there's a lot of magic with ice, I think. But yeah, so I started in November. I started the first layers on some paintings that
I'm painting together with the sounds of the ice and to be inspired by the ice. And I'm continue on them now, so I'm continue with more layers. So I'm not gonna be here for very long. I'm just gonna paint some more layers on the first paintings and, you know, get into the flow again. Because it's always like that when I've had a break from painting for a long time. It always feels so scary to continue painting again. It's like this wall I have to put down. I have to go through it. I guess you can understand what I mean, because I know a lot of you, of my followers, want to start painting, because I always get a lot of mails or comments about that. And many describe this kind of fear before, you know, starting, and that fear is so common in life. I think every time we want to do something new or test something or follow our heart, but there's this fear that coming and stopping us from doing that. And I feel the same. You know, I don't really know what that fear is or what it comes from, but I do know that that kind of fear is the same fear that can stop us from living our life fully, or from trying to catch our dreams, or thinking bigger. It's the same fear that keep us doing the same things over and over again, because we are too scared to do something else. So always when I feel this fear that, oh, I want to go paint now, but then I feel like, no, not yet, I'm not ready yet. Then I'm like, I think the only way to deal with that is to really face it, or just do it anyway, and to not think, because I think that our thoughts always stops us from doing what we want to do. Like, our body wants to do something, but our thoughts is like, no. I can wake up in the morning and I look out the window and it's this super beautiful sunrise and foggy morning, and my first reaction is to get out and get my camera and run out, and then in just 1 second it's like my brain stops me, like, oh no, I'm not sure if I feel for it, or no, I haven't emptied my memory card, so I can't do it now, or no, maybe tomorrow will be beautiful as well, then maybe I will be more energized. You know, you start thinking about all these things that why you shouldn't do it. Can you relate to that? I'm sure a lot of you can relate to it, because I definitely relate to it, and it's something I fight with every day. Like, when I get an urge to do something, like paint, and then this thought comes that, no, it's not the right time, maybe I should do it next week, maybe then I have more inspiration, or maybe I will feel more motivated later. And then, you know, then you will keep doing that for days and weeks and months and years. So yeah, what was I even saying? Yeah, that I'm here now, and so now as I paint these paintings, I'm just gonna listen to the sounds of the ice, because that's the sounds I wanna kind of paint in a way, or in an abstract way, I guess, because I only paint abstract. So I'm not literally gonna paint the ice, I'm gonna paint what the sounds looks like, I guess, or what I think they look like. But also, thank you so much for your beautiful response on my Song of the Ice video that I uploaded last week. I'm so happy that you liked it. I was actually a bit worried that you wouldn't like it, because I've been talking so much about the sounds of the ice, you know. Every year the ice can sound very different. Like, some winters the ice sounds so high, like very high notes and very loud. It's like they're coming from the sky. And this winter the ice had a very deep sound. The sound was, you know, so low that it was sometimes almost hard to hear it, but you could feel it. Like, if you were there on the ice, you could really feel this wave of sound touching you in a way. It was really powerful. It was almost a bit scary lying on the ice and listening to this, because, you know, it really felt like some kind of presence under the ice, like this ancient spirit that was roaring. And yeah, it was very, very powerful. It was very hard to make these very deep and low sounds, how do you say, hearable? It was a bit hard to hear them on the computer. Well, I could hear very good with my studio headphones, because I have some really good studio headphones when I make music, so I could definitely hear them, and it was like so powerful. It felt like you were inside the ice under the water. But when I was done with the song and I plugged out the headphones to listen on the computer, it was like 50% of the sounds disappeared, because the computer didn't really catch them. They couldn't make them hearable. So I was really disappointed in a way, and in some way I wish that the ice would have made more sounds, because it can make so much more high sounds, like this wobbling sounds, like woo 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 woo. If you ever heard the ice, I think some of you know what I mean. This year the ice was more like something awakening coming from the ground, and I love it as well, but it was so hard to make you hear it. But I did my best. I tried to edit, and I think it was okay in the end. But yeah, I was really, really, really happy that so many of you liked the sound, and I've got the most beautiful, beautiful response and comments from you. I know some of you even have told me that you let your kids fall asleep to the ice of the sounds, and some of you have used it for studying or meditation or to relax or to feel better, and oh, I'm just... that is just a true goal with everything I create. Just to know that some of you actually feel better from like watching my videos or listening to my music or watching my photos or whatever. That is my goal. But yeah, so what I was gonna say is that I saw in the comments of this iSong video that many of you wish to be able to download the song so you could listen to it like anywhere if you're offline on your phone when you're gonna fall asleep, because otherwise you have to open YouTube. And so as I saw that so many of you wanted to download the file, I put up 2 versions of the iSongs on my web shop, and you can download them for free. And so one version is the version that I have on the iSong video. It's like very soft music in the background, just to make it a little bit more like a song, I guess. I was thinking about, should I only have the raw eye sounds, or should I have something to make it more like a piece of music? And I like both versions a lot, but I guess I wanted it to be more like a song in a way. So yeah, but yeah, you can download both of the versions, so maybe you like only the ice sounds more, or you like the first version more. But yeah, you can find a description in the link below. So before I continue painting, I just want to say thank you so much for watching my video, and thank you so much for your sweet comments and all your engagement. That is so wonderful to see. I really hope you will have a wonderful weekend, I think, because yeah, I think I will upload this on Friday or Saturday, and I see you soon again. Lots of love to you, everyone. Mwah! You are the best. Bye bye.